and welcome to another episode of Miss M Makes Things. On this episode, we are going to be talking about
space.
Space is the distance between things in an artwork. Now, a good way to see space in real life is to go look at sculptures, like my last video when I went and ran around Franconia Sculpture Park. So if you get a chance, check out that video, and that shows space really well between those sculptures. What I wanted to show you in this video, though, is how you can show space on a flat piece of paper. Let's check it out. I think I want to make a landscape. Now remember, we're trying to show space, so we want to overlap our shapes. I like to start at the bottom of my paper when I'm starting a landscape, and I just make kind of a curvy line that goes over to the other side. This will be the closest part to me. We call that the foreground. If I want to go back a little further in space, I'm going to add another line that goes just a little bit higher and connects with this one. There we go. This next chunk of my paper, I'll call that the middle ground, because that is in the middle of my paper and it's middle kind of far away. Closest, getting a little further back, and now I want to make the furthest back that I can. So I'm going to add one more line that connects shoop, right up to that other one. Do you see how we have these layers happening? That makes it look like we have a foreground, middle ground, and a background. If I want to start adding details into my artwork, to make it show space, I have to think about what it would be like to see those details in real life. The things that are closest to me in the foreground are going to be a lot bigger because they're way closer to you. I think I might put a tree. Don't worry if your tree goes a little bit above some of your other layers. That'll just make it look even more closer and like it shows space. These lines, oops, I'll color it in so we won't see it later. That's all right. So I got a tree in the foreground. Maybe I should add something in the middle ground to make it look like it's a little bit further away. I think I'm going to put a house. Another way to show space is to kind of make it look like your objects in your picture are 3D, and that shows space really well. To make a 3D object like this house that I'm about to make, all you have to do is add some lines coming off the side and then add one more line. Bloop, bloop. Okay, it was 2 lines, but pretty easy, right? Now I'll add the details and it'll really come to life. There we go. I think it's time for one more detail in that background space. For the background space, remember, it's really far away. And look at how when my hand is so far away, it gets way smaller. So in the background, I am going to add teeny tiny details to make them look really far away to show that space. All right, here we go. I think it's time to color. And there it is, all done. I did add a little bit of extra stripes to my tree just to make those lines that I crossed over through the background or through the foreground and the background to make it look more like I meant to do it. And we call that beautiful oops, remember? Once your artwork is nicely colored, it's all ready to go on the fridge. So don't forget to pin it up there and tell your family all about all the details that are going on in your landscape. Before we go, I wanted to show you one more way that you can have fun showing space in your artwork. What I have here is what I call a diorama. It kind of looks a little 3D because it has these little pop-up things sitting inside of it. I'll show you real quick how you can make one of these out of some printer paper that you might have at your house. Check this out. And there it is, my diorama, all finished, just made out of paper and markers. Oh, and tape and scissors. If you need help cutting some of your characters out, don't be afraid to ask your parents. I bet they would love to help you cut out some of your awesome creations. And this can sit right on a table so everybody could see it. I hope you have fun making some artwork filled with space. Get out there and make something, everybody. I'll talk to you later.